Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Let's recite the Mangalacharan together. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavascha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Samadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Palitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin iti namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome to our Saturday morning Bhāgavatam class. Today is a very, very auspicious day. It's the Balarama Purnima, Balaram Jayanti. So Lord Balaram appeared on the Purnima of month of Shravan. Exactly 7 days before the appearance of Lord Shri Krishna, the Janmashtami day. Some acharyas say that it is like appearance of a white moon before the dark cloud comes, because Lord Balaram's complexion is very fair, his face is glowing, his eyes are glowing, he has beautiful curly hair, and he appears exactly 7 days before the dark complexion Krishna appears. Throughout the year, through our Bhāgavatam, we glorify Krishna and his devotees, and we don't exclusively glorify Lord Balaram. And a lot of us just think that Lord Balaram is just the elder brother of Krishna. But when we dive deep in the Gaudiya Vaishnava scriptures like Srīmad Bhāgavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and the Krishna book that our Srila Prabhupada has written, then we get some very precious jewels about the information of Lord Balaram. So today I had really short time, so I tried to put together some information. We'll try to glorify Lord Balaram, who never gets tired of glorifying Krishna as Lord Anantadev. So let's recite the Pranam Mantra for Lord Balaram before we start his glorification. Namaste tu Halagramam.
Namaste tu Halagramam.
Namaste tu Halagramam.
Namaste tu Halagramam.
Namaste Mushalayudha.
Namaste Mushalayudha.
Namaste Revati Kanta.
Namaste Revati Kanta.
Namaste Bhaktavatsala.
Namaste Bhaktavatsala.
Namaste Balinam Shrestha.
Namaste Balinam Shrestha.
Namaste Dharanidhara.
Namaste Dharanidhara.
Pralambare Namaste tu.
Pralambare Namaste tu.
Trahi Mam Krishna Purvaja.
Trahi Mam Krishna Purvaja.
Lord Balaram ki jai. So, who is Lord Balaram? It is, most people think, as we said, he is the elder brother of Krishna. And in Bhagavad Gita 4.9, Krishna says, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vitti tattvataha tyaktva teham punarjanma naiti mameti sorjuna. So he says that my janma, my appearance and my karma, my activities, my pastimes, they are not ordinary. They are divya. Janma karma cha me divyam. They are transcendental. And it is not possible for an ordinary person to understand the good, the hidden meaning behind my activities and my appearance. We don't know what Krishna does, how Krishna does, and why Krishna does what he does. One of the examples of how bewildering what Krishna does is, in the first canto, when we were discussing various incarnations and expansions of Krishna, and we looked at that chart, it was confusing for a lot of people, even though, devotees have put together so much effort and, presented it to us in that form of that chart. But often, from when we start the chart until we get to the end, we start getting bewildered. So that is the nature of Krishna's activities. So non-devotees simply think that there is Trinity, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, and Krishna is the incarnation of Vishnu, and Balaram is his brother. But when we read Srīmad Bhāgavatam, first canto, chapter 3, it is clearly titled that Krishna is the source of all incarnations. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita as well, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is explaining to Sanatana Goswami the rahasya, the tattva of all incarnations of Krishna, he also makes it very clear that Krishna is the source of all incarnations. So as far as Balaram is concerned, it is, the confusion comes, when we learn the third chapter of first canto, 28th verse. So it said that Ete Chanshakala Pumsha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Loke Mrudayanti Yuge Yuge. So it described all the incarnations and expansions of Krishna, and then it said that all these incarnations, they are just merely amsha, plenary portions, and kala, portions of plenary portions of Krishna, but Krishna is Bhagavan himself. So our confusion about Lord Balaram may be, who is he? He is an amsha, portion of Krishna, Kala of Krishna, portion of pure devotion of Krishna, who is he? And the answer we had already seen in the first chapter of first canto. So that is Srīmad Bhāgavatam. It does not go in the chronological order. Our answer had already come before the confusion. So 1:120, in that verse, it says what Krishna does when he appears as Krishna in Vrindavan. So it says that Kritavan kila karmani saharamena keshava ati martyati bhagavan gudaha kapata manusha. So it says that Bhagavan Keshav, Krishna, along with Rama, what he does? Kritavan Kila karmani. Kila means certainly. So he certainly does many activities. When he comes, Bhagavan Krishna, when he comes with Bhagavan Balaram, he does many activities. What kind of activities? Ati martyani. Martya people means mortal people, the humans. So Ati martyani means superhuman activities. Activities that are very impossible to perform for ordinary human beings. So both of them, they come and perform these superhuman activities. But how they do it? Kapata manusha. They do kapat. They trick us because they wear the mask of manusha, human. So they come wearing the mask of human, do these superhuman activities. But what point we are trying to make is that it says Bhagavan Keshava, Bhagavan Rama. So Balaram and Krishna, they both addressed as Bhagavan. And it is also said in the scriptures that Srila Prabhupada also explains that they both are Bhagavan, they both have all the 6 opulences as per definition of Parashar Muni's definition of word Bhagavan. So then why is the confusion? Because as Bhagavad Gita 4.9 says, Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam. So Krishna's Janma, his appearance, and his karma, his activities. So Srīmad Bhāgavatam, for the first 9 cantos, it describes Krishna's Janma only, Krishna's appearance and different incarnations, in which different incarnations, in which circumstances he comes. So first 9 cantos, Srīmad Bhāgavatam exclusively describes Krishna's Janma only, and then after in 10th canto starts Krishna's karma, Krishna's pastimes. So because we haven't thoroughly read or understood the first 9 cantos, we don't understand Krishna Tattva clearly, and that is why it is difficult for us to understand Krishna's transcendental nature, his transcendental activities, why he does that, why he comes as Balaram. So because our tattva is not clear, that's why we have the confusion. So in the first canto, when we looked at that chart of the expansions and incarnations of Krishna, we saw that on top there is Krishna, Swayam Rupa. Krishna is the original Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then from Krishna there is Prabhava Prakash and Vaibhava Prakash. So Prabhav Prakash, as we discussed at that time as well, Prabhav Prakash means when Krishna expands as himself. For example, in Rasa Leela, Krishna expands as, because there are so many gopis, Krishna expands as many Krishnas, and each gopi has her own Krishna. So each Krishna that he has expanded into as Prabhav Prakash, they are all exactly same. They all look the same, and their mood is the same. There is no difference. So that can be explained. For example, if we have a paper that we have printed, we have some information we have printed in color. Okay, so if we make 10 color copies of that same paper, they all will look the same. what's written, content is the same, mood is the same, and form, how it looks, that is the same. And then Krishna also expands as Vaibhav Prakash. So Vaibhav Prakash means, for example, Balaram. So Krishna expands, but the form is different. How he looks is different. But the potency is the same. And the form is different, mood is different. For example, Lord Balaram, when Krishna expands as Lord Balaram, so he does not, in Dwarka, Krishna expands as so many 16,008 Krishnas, and he is enjoying with all these queens in conjugal love. So that is not the mood of Lord Balaram, even though potency is the same. So that confusion, that what is the difference between Krishna and Balaram is not very uncommon. In Srila Prabhupada's time in Vrindavan, once Yamuna Mataji and Madhudvisha Prabhu, they had an argument. So Yamuna Mataji was saying that the only difference between Krishna and Balaram is that Krishna enjoys with Radharani in conjugal love, emotions, but Balaram does not do that. And then Madhudvisha Prabhu was saying that no, Prabhupada said that the only difference between Krishna and Balaram is that Balaram is Shveta Varna, white complexion, and Krishna is Shyama Varna, blackish complexion. So they both were having this argument, and they both went to Tamal Krishna Maharaj. So they asked Tamal Krishna Maharaj to solve their confusion, but Tamal Krishna Maharaj said, but Prabhupada said both of that, so let's go to Prabhupada and ask which one is true. So he goes to Prabhupada, he says, Prabhupada, Yamuna Mataji is saying like this. Prabhupada says, yes, she is right. But Madhudvisha Prabhu is saying like this. Yes, he is also right. I'm glad they are hearing very nicely, so they can understand this. But then Tamal Krishna Maharaj says, but who is right? Then Prabhupada says, both are right. And then Tamal Krishna Maharaj says, but what is right, Prabhupada? Which one of these truth is right? So Prabhupada says, he laughs and he says that you decide. But later Prabhupada clarifies that Krishna and Balaram, they both are Bhagwan. They both have the 6 opulences, they both have 64 transcendental qualities, but the only difference, there are 2 differences between them, so they both were right. The complexion, Shvetvarna, Shyamvarna, that is one, and the mood, Krishna is the Savior Bhagwan, the one we serve. Prabhupada used to say Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Balaram is Sevak Bhagwan. He is the one who serves, so he is, Prabhupada used to say, he is the Supreme Personality of Servitor Godhead. So, in summary of our question, our discussion, who is Lord Balaram? So, Krishna is the fountainhead of all the incarnations. Balaram is his second body. Balaram is not different from Krishna. He is one and the same, just the form is different. So Balaram, as we saw in that chart, Balaram is the first bodily expansion of Lord Krishna. And Balaram is the source of all the spiritual worlds. If we go in more details, in that chart of expansions and incarnations, we see that all other incarnations have further expanded from Balaram himself, and all the spiritual worlds have manifested by Balaram as well. So, as we see from the Vaibhav Prakash Balaram expands into 4 further. First Jaturvyuh, Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. And from that first Sankarshan, he further expands, and then we have second Chaturvyuh, second Vasudev, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and then from second Sankarshan, he expands into Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, Karanodakshaya Vishnu. So they all come from Balaram only. And in the form, in his form as Anantadev, Lord Balaram serves Krishna in hundreds and thousands of ways. So then we'll talk a little bit about Lord Balaram's appearance in this Krishna incarnation in Dwapar Yuga. So the story of Lord Balaram's appearance comes in the 10th canto, where the appearance of Lord Krishna is described in chapter 1 and 2. So what happens is Bhudevi, Mother Earth, she is overburdened because of the demoniac kings and their increasing military powers and their atrocities towards the sages and the good people. So Bhudevi takes shelter of the Creator, Lord Brahma, and she asks for some solution, and then Lord Brahma, as usual, he takes her to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva says, I also don't have any solution. So along with Lord Shiva and all the demigods, Lord Brahma goes to the shore of Kshir Sagar, where on an island, Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, he is laying on the bed of Lord Anantashesha. And then Lord Brahma, he goes into trance in meditation, and in his trance he hears the instructions of Kshirodakshaya Vishnu and then when he opens his eyes out of meditation, then he instructs all the demigods about the desire of Lord Vishnu. So he says that Lord Vishnu has said that he is already aware of the situation of Bhumi Devi, and before we approached him, he has already decided that he is going to appear as Lord Krishna, as son of Vasudev, and he has instructed that without any delay all the demigods should start appearing as sons and grandsons in the family of Yadu dynasty, and their wives should also start taking birth in that dynasty to serve Lord Krishna. And then there is a verse that he says, it's verse 10, 124. It was Lord Krishna's instruction that Vasudeva Kalananta Sahasra Vadana Swara Agrato Bhavita Devo Hare Priya Chikirshaya. So, the foremost in manifestation of Krishna is Sankarshan, who is known as Ananta. He is the origin of all incarnations within this material world. Previous to the appearance of Lord Krishna, this original Sankarshan will appear as Baldev, just to please the Supreme Lord Krishna in his transcendental pastimes. So these are words of Krishna himself, and he is confirming that the original Sankarshan appears as Lord Baldev, who is the origin of all incarnations. So he is equal in supremacy to Krishna. Sometimes he comes as his elder brother, sometimes he comes as his younger brother. So all these, Lord Brahma informed Bhumi Devi, and then he returned to his abode. Then we wonder, some incarnations Krishna comes alone. Like Narasimha incarnation, Krishna comes alone. In Varaha incarnation, he comes alone. In Vamandev incarnation, he comes alone. And then why in some incarnations he chooses to come as two? Why he comes as two brothers, Krishna and Balaram? Why Krishna has not come as a single child? So the answer, the Acharyas say, is answer we can find in two elements, Leela and Tattva. So Tattva is the truth. The truth is that all the jivas are Jivara Swarupa Krishnera Nityada, so they are all parts and parcels of Krishna. And then there is Leela element. Sukadeva Goswami describes in the 10th canto 10, 8, 42 and 43. So there Yashoda Maya says that I think that I am the mother of Krishna. I think that I am the wife of Vasudevji. I think that I am the queen of Vrindavan, queen of Vraja. I think that I am the owner of all these cows. I think all these cowherd men and women, they are working under me. All this I think because of Lord's illusion, but the fact is that I am subservient to the Supreme Lord. So then Shukdev Goswami says that it is Krishna's mercy that Yashoda Maya knows the Tattva. It is Krishna mercy that she realizes that she is an ordinary jiva, but it is also Krishna's illusion that she forgets all this. So the answer is why Krishna comes as two different forms is that for Leela. As we said, Balaram is second body of Krishna. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita also there is a chapter, Adilila chapter 5, that also has a lot of information about Krishna's glories, Lord Balaram's glories. So in that chapter, verse 5.4 says, Sarva avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan Tahara Dvitiya Deha Sri Balaram. That Krishna is Sarva Avatari. He is the source of all incarnations. He is Swayam Bhagavan. He is the original personality, Supreme Personality of Godhead. But his Dvitiya Deha, his second body, is Sri Balaram. And then the next verse, it says that there is no difference between Krishna and Balaram. So Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 5.5 says that Ekar hi swarup done bhinna matra kai Adya kaya vyuha Krishna lile rasahai. So Ekar hi swarup done, both of them, Krishna and Balaram, they are one and the same. Bhinna matra kai, only the body is different. And Adya Kaya Vyuha, that Adi, expansion of Krishna, the original expansion of Krishna, Balaram, he comes as Balaram, the second body of Krishna. Why? Krishna Leela Rasahai, to help Krishna in his Leela. So both are same, but the body is different. Balaram is first bodily expansion of Krishna, who comes to assist Krishna in his Leela. And Chaitanya Charitamrita in that chapter describes how in Treta Yuga the same Balaram comes as the younger brother of Krishna, as Lakshman, and in Kali Yuga he comes as the elder brother, and he comes as Nityananda Prabhu, when Lord comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Jai Shri Shri Radha Govardhan Hari Ki. Then we'll talk about how Lord Balaram looks. How is his form? We are saying, the scriptures are repeatedly saying that they are both same, only the body is different. So we'll talk a little bit about how he looks. So he looks very beautiful, fair complexion. His complexion is somewhere described as white moon, some other places described as like white lotus. Very peaceful, very powerful, and full of love. And he holds, as we have seen, Lord Balaram, he holds two weapons. On one hand, he has a plow, and he has a club. So plow means hurt. That's why when we recited his pranam mantra, the first thing was Namaste tu Haradhara, the one who holds the har plow, and Namaste Musharayudha. Ayudha means weapon. So the one whose weapon is Mushara, Gada, club. There are different symbolisms why his complexion is white. So it represents the purity. The plough represents that he uproots, he cultivates the soil of the heart of devotee. He removes the ignorance. Club, it represents that he has the potency to smash our anarthas. As we have seen Balram, Nityananda Prabhu as well, we see that he always wears, which color garments he wears? Blue. So why he wears blue garments? So Acharyas give very beautiful explanations of why he does that. Because sometimes, scriptures normally describe Krishna's bodily complexion as that of a dark cloud. But sometimes when artists are portraying Krishna in pictures, they show him as a bluish, blackish complexion. So Krishna has that complexion which is dark, but it has that little bit of bluish hue. So why Lord Balaram wears blue is because he is always absorbed in meditation of Krishna. So by wearing blue, Balaram is showing us that that is how we should be always wrapped in Krishna consciousness. So both of them, they complement each other. Krishna is dark and he wears yellow, and Balaram, he is fair complexion, which is opposite to Krishna's complexion, but he wears the bluish complexion, that is the complexion of Krishna. So that is what, by wearing blue, it signifies, Balaram inspiring us to be always wrapped into the consciousness of Krishna. I heard a bhajan by Mirabai where Mirabai says, I may be singing the wrong tune, but she says that Shyam rang de chunariya meri rang de chunariya, ऐसी रंग दे के रंग नाही छूटे, धोबिया धोए चाहे सारी उमरिया, श्याम रंग दे चुनरिया मोरी रंग दे चुनरिया. That she is telling her Girdhar Gopal that oh, the blackish complexion one, oh Shyam, please when we get our clothes dyed, so dye my clothes, my garments in such a color that is so strong that it never leaves me. Even dhobiya dhoye chahe sari umariya, even if the dhobi washes it for his entire life, he can never take that color off. I was the queen, and she was surrounded by so many material opulences, but she was never forgetful of that Shyam Ranga. So by wearing blue, Lord Balaram also inspires us that no matter what, don't forget Krishna. And then why he is Hardhar, why he carries the plough. So that's his weapon that is capable of even moving the huge mountains. Once in his childhood pastimes, Balaram, he was in the forest with gopis. So the Varun Dev, demigod, he had sent his daughter Varuni in the form of a sweet liquid oozing out of the trees of that forest. So it was so nectarious that Varuni drank, that Krishna, that Balaram and all the gopis, they were just, they just got intoxicated by just drinking that nectar, just licking that nectar. And as we know that Varuni is the favorite drink of Balaramji. So they make it with, of course, honey, milk, cream and yogurt, and they put some rose water because it has that floral aroma. So like that. So Balaramji was enjoying that Varuni, and then they wanted to bathe in the river. But they were far away from river Yamuna, so Balaramji, he just orders Yamuna that come here, we want to take a bath. And then Yamuna Devi, she neglects the instruction, thinking that he is intoxicated. And then Lord Balaram gets angry and he takes his plow and he starts redirecting the flow of Yamuna Ji towards, he smashes it into 100 different small flows. So like that he chastises Yamuna Devi, and when she realizes his potency, then she surrenders to him, prays to him, asks for forgiveness, and she also flows from that part of Vrindavan. And in another pastime, we will talk about that pastime later, but quickly, once Balaramji used his plow to drag the whole city of Hastinapur into river Gangaji as well. So as soon as we think of her, the plow, we think of agriculture, right? So it also symbolizes agriculture. So Krishna has established the Varnashram Dharma, and the basis of that Varnashram Dharma is Krishi and Gopalan, agriculture and cow protection. So Balaram carrying plow symbolizes that he is the protector of that Varnashram Dharma that Krishna has established. And also how plow functions is that before the seed is sown, the plow prepares the soil. It digs the soil, takes out all the stones and little things that will obstruct the germination of the seeds. So that is how Balaram also cultivates the heart of a devotee. And he removes the little stones like the anarthas from the heart of devotee and makes the heart soil suitable for the germination of Bhakti Lata Bij and for a nice healthy growth of Bhakti Lata. So that is also something the plow symbolizes, that he cultivates the heart of devotee. So that's why he is a Halagrama. Why he is Mushal Ayudha, why he is using Mushal Gada club as his weapon. So that's the Ayudha weapon he uses to subdue all the demons, demoniac powers. Once he used this Gada to punish the Dvivida gorilla, he was torturing and disturbing all the sages. Then he also used it to defeat Rukmi, who was insulting Krishna. And once he also broke Duryodhana's thigh with that club. So Mushal club symbolizes that he subdues the demoniac tendencies in the heart of devotees as well. And obviously that symbolizes that he has the potency to remove the anarthas, to smash the anarthas in our heart. And as soon as we think of Gada, so another person who holds Gada in Mahabharata is Bhim, Duryodhana. So these are all very strong personalities. So as soon as we think of Gada, we think of strength. And Balaram is the Bal. Bal means strength. So he is the provider of strength. So his club also reminds us of this potency of him. And then there is balance between plow and the club. So with the plow, as we said, he cultivates our heart, prepares it for Krishna Bhakti. and with the Mushar, he smashes our anartha. So together they prepare our heart so beautifully that Krishna Bhakti can flourish in our heart. And as we said, Balaram is the giver of the strength. Baladeva, he is also called Baladeva, the one who gives Bal. So it's very beautifully described by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So in 10th canto, second chapter, where Krishna's appearance is described, it says that Devaki first had 6 sons, and then Kans one by one killed them all. And then 7th child was Lord Balaram, who was on instruction of Krishna, Yogamaya. He instructed his internal potency, Yogamaya, to transfer the unborn child from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Vasudev's other wife, Rohini. And then 7th child was Balaram. And then the 8th child, Krishna, was born. So, Srila Prabhupada explains this in the purport for the verse 10 to 8, where Krishna's birth is described. He says that this has symbolic meaning, because Devaki, she was always fearful of Krishna. She was always fearing that I don't know when Kans will come and when he will kill my child. So always fearful. So Devaki symbolizes a devotee who is always fearful of material contamination, material association. And the 6 killed sons, they are called Shad Garbha Sura. Shad means 6, Garbha means unborn child, and Asura means demons. So these 6 children that Kams had killed, they were 6 Asuras in past life. So they were sons of Marichi, and they were very learned and very pure, but they made one offense. They mocked Lord Brahma, saying that, because he married his own daughter, Saraswati, goddess of learning. So they mocked Lord Brahma for that, and then Lord Brahma cursed them that your own father, you will be killed by your own father. And how this curse was fulfilled is when they came as the first six sons of Devaki. Their father Vasudev, Vasudev had promised Kams that Akashvani prophecy has said that my wife's eighth child will be your mrityu, your death. But what's the fault of my wife? I will personally come and give you all the first 7 children. So he promised that to Kams. So the first 6 children, their father himself, Vasudevji himself, takes them to be killed. So that's how that curse was fulfilled, and their fatherly figure, their mama, their maternal uncle comes. He ends up killing them all. So that's how the curse of Lord Brahma is fulfilled. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur beautifully explains the symbolism of appearance of Lord Balarama. So he says that Devaki represents bhakti. Only in the womb of Devaki, Lord Krishna can appear. So only in the heart that has bhakti, Krishna reveals himself. And comes represents the fear of devotees. Devotee is always fearful of material contamination, and that fear, it automatically, naturally makes him unattached to the material pleasures, and that's how their bhakti becomes stronger. And when did the 7th child Balaram appear? When all the first 6 sons were killed. So we also have 6 kinds of asuras in our heart. So when Only when they are removed from our heart, only then Lord Balaram will even appear in the preparation for the appearance of Krishna. Balaram prepares the heart for appearance of Krishna. When we become free from these material contaminations, then our heart becomes suitable to accept Krishna consciousness. And these 6 sons that were killed, so as we said, they were sons of Marichi. And Marichi was Manasa Putra, the mind-born child of Lord Brahma. So Marichi represents our mind, and the 6 sons of Marichi represents the 6 anarthas that we have in our heart: Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Mad, Matsarya, lust, anger, envy, greed, pride, illusion. So these are the weaknesses of our heart. And how do we remove the weaknesses? We need strength. So Guru gives us strength. Guru gives us spiritual strength to overcome our anarthas. So Balaram is original Guru. He gives us strength to destroy these anarthas. So that is, when we surrender to Lord Balaram, then he helps us get rid of our anarthas. And when our heart is free of these anarthas, then Krishna can appear. So our acharyas beautifully describe, how it is symbolic that Balaram comes on the 7th number and Krishna comes on 8th, and Balaram comes 7 days before. Balaram's appearance comes 7 days before appearance of Krishna. Also acharyas explain the relocation of the unborn child Balaram from Devaki to Vasudeva. So when Balaram was in Devaki's womb, she could feel the difference that the previous 6 children were asuras. She was always feeling very fearful. Jai Shri Shri Radhagiri Govardhan Ki Jai. So when she was pregnant with those 6 babies, she was always fearful, negative thoughts. And as soon as this 7th child comes in her womb, she is suddenly glowing, and she can feel the difference, the divine presence. And Kams also used to come and every now and then check if Devaki has already delivered. So Kams could also feel that this time it is something different. And then he was thinking that maybe that prophecy that Akashvani has cheated him, has tricked him. Maybe my Mrityu has been sent as the 7th child and not the 8th child. So Devaki could feel, Kans could feel, and Krishna had instructed his internal potency Yogmaya to transfer, because he needed Balaram to assist him in his Leela. So he instructed Yogmaya to transfer that unborn child from the womb of Devaki to the womb of Rohini, who was another wife of Vasudevji, who was living in Gokul, in the house, in the shelter of Nanda Maharaj. So this process of extracting the womb and transferring it, so it's called Karshan. So that's why Balaram is called Samkarshan, the one who was transferred. So in that way, Balaram was born in Gokul in the protection of Nanda Maharaj. And Nanda Maharaj, in Nanda Maharaj's house, it was beautifully described in 10th canto. When we read these chapters, it feels like, we are watching like a movie. It beautifully described how in Nanda Maharaj's house, Rohini was treated like an elder member of the family, and Balaram and Krishna, they were both raised as equal brothers. So for Balaram's Namkaran, his name giving ceremony, Vasudevji, Nanda Maharaj invites their Kulu Guru, their family Guru, Garg Muni. So when Garg Muni comes, he says in the verse 10, 8, 12, Garg Muni says, I'll read the translation. Garguni said, "This child, the son of Rohini, will give all happiness to his relatives and friends by his transcendental qualities. Therefore, he will be known as Rama. And because he will manifest extraordinary bodily strength, he will also be known as Bala. Moreover, because he unites two families, Vasudev's family and the family of Nanda Maharaj, he will be known as Sankarsha." So how does Balaram unite the two families, family of Vasudevji and family of Nanda Maharaj? Because they were distant cousins. Their forefathers were the same, but in their dynasty there must have been a king who married one Kshatriya wife. So the children of that Kshatriya wife, they all became Kshatriyas, and one Vaishya wife, so they all became Vaishya. So Nanda Maharaj came in that Vaishya family, and he married another Vaishya lady, Yashoda Maya. So their family became the Yadu dynasty, Vaishya family, and the other family, Vasudevji married another Kshatriya, Devaki. So that family remained Kshatriya. So that's how there were two different families and two different classes. But when Balaram he was transferred from one family into another family, then that way he unites both of them. Then we'll talk about some of the names of Lord Balaram. We already talked about why he is Halagrama, why he is Mushalayuda, why he is Baladeva, he gives the strength, why he is Sankarsha. He is also called Rohinandan, he is the son of Rohini. He is also known as Revati Kanta. We also say it in the Pranam Mantra. So Revati, in Satyuga, there was a king named Raivat, and his daughter was Revati. So the father was thinking that no king or no prince or no man in this creation is eligible, suitable enough to marry my daughter. So he then goes to Lord Brahma to ask for advice. But by the time he reaches there, millions of years have passed, and then Lord Brahma says that now it is Dwapar Yuga. And then he says, but still my daughter needs to be married, so what's the solution? So Brahmaji says that the only person who is existing in this creation that is suitable for your daughter is Balaramji. So then they come back on earth and they approach Balaramji. And Balaramji, so because Revati is from Satyuga, she is, their bodily sizes were very big compared to the ones in Dwapar Yuga. So Balaramji uses his plow, he touches his plow on Revati's head, and then she shrinks in size, suitable with the size of Balaramji, and then he marries her. So that's how he becomes Revati Kanta. And he is also called Dharani Dharam, the one who holds the Dharani, the earth. So as we know, in his form as Ananta Sesh, he holds all these planets on his 1,000 heads. He is called Ananta Shesh, Ananta, because he is unlimited. He has unlimited heads and unlimited mouths. We'll talk about Balaram as a servant, how Balaram is our role model. So in his Ananta Shesh form, Lord Balaram serves Krishna in unlimited ways possible. Balaram in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adilila 5.8 and 9, it says that Sei se karera Krishnera sevana vilas, that whatever Balaram does is for Krishna's sevan, for Krishna's seva. Whatever he does, whatever expansion he takes, whatever incarnation, everything is for Krishna's service only. So Prabhupada translates that verse as, in spiritual world everything is a manifestation of Balaram's desire to serve Krishna. So Balaram becomes everything for Krishna. Before Krishna appears, Balaram becomes Dham. Balaram becomes the land Krishna will walk on. Balaram becomes Krishna's clothes, what he will wear. He becomes his flute. He becomes his janeu, his clothes. Everything Krishna uses, everything that we use in Krishna's service, it is all manifestation of Balaram only. So Balaram becomes Krishna's paraphernalia. He becomes his bed, his toys, his flute, where he lives, his home, the land he will walk on. And in the spiritual world, when Balaram is Ananta Shesh and Lord Vishnu, Kshirodakshai Vishnu, so Balaram becomes his bed, his pillow, he becomes his umbrella, he becomes his shoes. So whatever Balaram does is for service. You know, as we saw in that chart of expansions and incarnations, each expansion and incarnation Balaram has taken is to carry out some function that Krishna desired, to fulfill Krishna's mission. You know how Krishna promises in Bhagavad Gita, Paritranaya sadhana vinashaya jadishkritam dharma sansthapanartha. To fulfill one of these missions, Balaram will expand himself and serve Krishna. So Balaram is our role model because he is the epitome of service. He expands himself further and further. So I again and again go back to that chart, and if you see, what Krishna does is he only expands as he does Leela, his Prabhav Prakash, and then he is Vaibhav Prakash, Balaram. And Balaram is the one who expands as everything else. So Balaram expands himself further and further and further. So he is instructing us that in the service of Krishna, you need to extend yourself further and further. You need to stretch yourself more and more. And so as I said in the chart, and then, so there is no limit. Balaram, Ananta, he inspires us that there is no limit of how you can serve Krishna. So that's why Balaram, and in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara, Balaram is the epitome of seva, and our goal has been set as Gopi Bhartu Padakamalayur Dasa, Dasa and Dasa. So what we want to be servant of the servant of the servant of the servant. So here is the supreme servant. So we are supposed to be his ultimate servants, and he is our role model. And also Balaram teaches us that no service is too small. He also holds all the planets on his head. He also becomes Krishna's shoes, the shoes of Kshirodakshai Vishnu. He also becomes the dust that Krishna will walk on. So another thing he is teaching us is that no service in Krishna's service is small. Everything is glorious when we do it for Krishna. Then Balaram is our Adi Guru. Chaitanya Charitamrita clearly says that Ananta is the Lord of the universe, friend of the devotees, first servant of the Lord, first Guru, original spiritual master, Adi Guru. So Chaitanya Charitamrita introduces Balaram as Adi Guru. So all the bona fide spiritual masters, they are manifestations, they are representatives of this Adi Guru Tattva, Balaram only. Our gurus, our spiritual masters, they are empowered by Balaram to instruct us, inspire us and train us in the service of Krishna. So some acharyas say that we don't know how to serve Krishna. That's why Krishna expands as Balaram to show us how the service of Krishna should be done. So through spiritual masters, Balaram teaches us how best we can serve Krishna. And nothing is enough when we do for Krishna. You can always do more and more and more. And without Balaram's mercy, we cannot get mercy of Krishna. So in Kishkinda Kand, in Ramayana, there is a pastime. So there were two brothers in Kishkinda Nagari, Vali and Sugriv. So Vali was the powerful one. So Vali had once, he was in a fight with a demon named Mayavi. So Vali ends up taking Mayavi in a cave, and then he tells his brother, younger brother Sugriv, to stand outside and make sure nobody else enters or there is no other danger. But then a long time passes, but slowly the noises stop coming, and then he sees blood coming out of the cave. So then, because he doesn't hear anything, nobody is coming out, so Sugriv assumes that my brother Vali has died. So then he seals the cave and he goes to Kishkinda, and then they enthrone him, they make him the king. And then later on, Vali comes out, somehow he struggles, he breaks the seal that Sugriv has put. He comes out, he sees that Sugriv has become the king, so he thinks that out of envy or greed, my brother has betrayed me. So they two become enemies. Then Vali kidnaps Sugriv's wife. Then when Lord Ram and Lakshman, when they are in search of Mother Sita, they meet Sugriv through Hanumanji. So then Sugriv tells Lord Ram that if you help me get my wife back, then I will help you get your wife back, Mother Sita. I will help you through my monkey army. So then they decide, there is first fight between Sugriv and Vali. So the plan was that Lord Ram will hide behind a tree and he will shoot arrows at Vali, and then they can release the wife of Sugriv. But then on the first fight, Lord Ram just stands there, he doesn't do anything. So at the end of the day, Sugriv says that you betrayed me, you didn't do anything. I had to fight with my stronger brother myself. So Lord Ram says, what do I do? You both are twins, you both look the same. So I didn't want to by mistake kill you. So then Lakshman intervenes, and Lakshman gets a flower garland and he puts on on Sugriv. So then he tells Lord Ram that, the one with garland is Sugriv, that's the one we don't kill, and we kill the other one. So that's how Lord Ram ends up killing Vali. They release the wife of Sugriv. But the lesson we are taking from this pastime is that until Sugriv received that flower garland from Lakshmanji, he was not able to win. So until we receive the mercy of Lord Balaram, until we receive the mercy of Lord Balaram, we cannot get Krishna. Until we receive the mercy of Lord Nityanand, we cannot get Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's what we see in the case of Jagai and Madhai. They were, I heard a class and the Prabhu said that Jagai and Madhai were as if, reading Manusmriti and doing sins and going back to Manusmriti and taking, and if there is any sin that is there and they haven't done, they will go back and make sure that they do that sin. So they were so sinful, but when they came in contact with Nityananda Prabhu, even those sinful souls, they got the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the point is, without Lord Balaram's mercy, we cannot get Krishna's mercy. So Guru Krupa is Balaram Krupa, and service is Balaram Krupa. So whenever some service comes to us, if we do it with a mood that the Supreme Servitor, Balramji, has appointed me to do this service. And even if, sometimes we have to say no to a service, then, if we pray to him, that please give me strength to fight with all the obstacles that are stopping me from doing this service, and please enable me to do all the service that you send me, then Balaram really gives us the strength. Another really attractive quality I find in his personality is that he is eternal glorifier of Krishna. As Ananta Shesh, he has unlimited mouths, unlimited heads. So there is a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lila 5.121. It says that Sahasravadane kare Krishna gunagan, Niravadhi gunagana anta nahi pan. He says he has Sahasravadan, thousands of mouths. And what he does with those thousands of mouths? Krishna gunagan. He glorifies Krishna's Nama, Rupa, Guna, Lila, and he's been doing it since the start of creation. He's still doing it. He still hasn't finished doing it. And Niravadhi gunagan, because Krishna's gunagan, it cannot be bound in an avadhi. Sometimes we struggle to finish glorifying Krishna in the avadhi, the allocated time we are given in 1 hour, because that is the nature of Krishna's glorification. It can never be bound in any avadhi. It is niravadhi. Anta nahi pan. There is no end to it. So, the previous verse in that chapter, it says, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adilila 5.120 says, Seite ananta shesha bhakta avatar, Ishwarera seva vina nahi jane ar. That Ananta Shesh is Bhakta Avatar, is a devotee incarnation, and he does not know anything but serving Krishna. So, Ananta Shesh is unlimited glorification of Krishna. It teaches us that there is no end to Krishna's glorification. And the other thing is that he has unlimited mouths, so he uses all those unlimited mouths in glorifications of Krishna. We have limited capacity, but if we invest all of that capacity in the glorification of Krishna, then we can certainly also get mercy of that Lord Anantadev. And as it says, Niravadhi gunagana anta nahi pan. So there is Krishna's glorification. It has no end, it is eternal. It never becomes Krishna's glorification, it never becomes stale or boring or exhausting. That's why yesterday, when I saw that we are glorifying Lord Balarama in the evening as well, we are doing the same in the morning as well, I thought, won't we do the same, won't we talk about the same things? But then I realized that, Tadeva Ramyam Ruchinam Navam Navam. The same pastimes, same personalities, same points, same topics, same chapters, same shlokas, but Ruchinam Navam Navam. We always get newer and newer tastes, and we get newer and newer perspectives. So, Lord Balaram is eternal glorifier of Krishna. We'll quickly talk about some of the pastimes of Lord Balaram. Lord Balaram is a loving protector of Krishna. Sometimes that mud, Krishna, it is the dirt. And Lord Balaram goes to Yashoda Maya and complains that Maya is eating dirt, and that Krishna lies that no, I didn't eat dirt. So why, Acharya say, why he did that? Why he had to complain to Mother Yashoda? In all other mischiefs, Lord Balaram, he supports Krishna. Like when they go to steal butter from the Gopi's house, he supports him. In all the mischiefs, all the play, he supports. But why he had to complain about this pastime? Both my boys, they're always, always there. One comes to me, complains about the other. So then they have this word, snitch. Snitch on me. So why did Balaram have to do that? Because he is protective of Krishna. Whenever he thinks that there is something dangerous for Krishna, then he does that. And he even tells all the cowherd boys that, don't take Krishna to any dangerous places. So he is loving protector of Krishna. Sometimes he comes as his younger brother. When he comes as Lakshmanji, even if he is younger brother, he does not have to go to the forest and stay with Ram and Sita, but he chooses that because he cannot stay in the palace when Lord Ram and Sita are in the forest. So he stays there, he makes the hut they stay in, he's the one who gets all the roots and fruits for them to eat. He's the one who stays up all nights so that both of them can sleep peacefully. So in any incarnation, he is the protector of Krishna. And Krishna and Balaram, in their childhood, in the 10th canto, there are chapters and chapters full of these descriptions, how they enjoy these childhood pastimes with other cowherd boys. So they play different games. Sometimes, they are imitating the animals and the bird, their sounds. And sometimes Balaram becomes the king and Krishna becomes the servant. Sometimes Krishna becomes the servant, he becomes the king. Sometimes one becomes the gatekeeper, other one becomes the servant. So something like that. But they always do these pleasing pastimes. They both steal the butter from the gopis' houses together. Balaram gives him the shoulder so he can climb and reach the pot, so he can break it and they can all eat the butter. Sometimes they wrestle, sometimes Krishna wins, sometimes Balaram wins. So they're always playing in the forest. Another significant pastime of Balaramji, Prabhupada describes in Krishna book, is the killing of Dhenukasur. So the cowherd boys were playing in the forest and they were all tired, exhausted, thirsty. They were looking for something to drink. And then they come to Talvan. Talvan means Tal is the name of the fruit of some kind of palm trees. So Tal fruit, I have eaten it in my childhood. It's like, the skin of coconut, how brown it is. So tal fruit skin is lighter and softer than coconut skin. And inside, it's like transparent, very jelly-like sweet fruit, no seed. We can compare it to the texture of lychee, but not that sweet. The taste is like coconut, sweet. So they see the forest, the forest of those fruits, and they are so delicious. So obviously they will quench their thirst. So Balaram, what he does, he starts shaking the trees, so all the fruit falls down and all the cowherd boys can enjoy that fruit. And some demons, Dhenukasur, the monkey, donkey demon, and the demons, they had, they had claimed that forest, so Dhenukasur wakes up, who is trespassing in my property, sort of. And then he sees Balaram that this is the one who is shaking all the trees. So then he fights with, he attacks Balaram, and then Balaram with his gada, with his fist only, he smashes Dhenukasur's head into two parts. And he frees the forest Talvan for all the Vrajvasis to go and enjoy. Because while those demons were there, all the Vrajvasis were scared to go there. He also kills another demon called Pralambasur. So Pralambasur, when Krishna, Balaram, all the cowherd boys, they were playing some game, and whoever loses, they have to carry the winner on their shoulder. and run for a certain distance. So Pralambasur was a demon sent by Kams. So he comes in the disguise of a cowherd boy, so he loses. So he has to carry Lord Balaram on his shoulder. So he decides that I will run away, will kidnap this elder brother. So the younger brother Krishna will come looking for him. Then I will kill both of them. So Balaram realizes that this is not a cowherd boy, because all the cowherd boys, I forgot the word. All the cowherd boys were expansions of Balaram himself. As we said, Balaram becomes everything. So Balaram also expands himself as all his cowherd boys. So Balaram can see if it is an expansion of him or not. So he realizes this is not my expansion. He realizes this is a demon. So then he starts becoming heavier and heavier, and then Pralambasur cannot tolerate his weight on his shoulder. Then he reveals his true form as a demon. He looks like a rain cloud. He had so many golden ornaments, so rain cloud with a golden lining. He looks like, and then Balaram also kills that Pralambasur. And Balaram is one personality Krishna also glorifies. Once Krishna and Balaram, they were walking in the forest, and all the trees were swaying and they were bending down. So Krishna tells Balaramji, he addresses Balaram as Dauji. And we sing Dauji ke bhaiya Krishna kanaya. So he says, Dao, see, all these trees, they are trying to touch your lotus feet. Then Krishna says, no. Balaram says, no, it's just wind, that's why they are swaying, so they bend down. Krishna says, no, the trees, no, even demigods, they try to get the dust of your lotus feet. So they are doing it out of humility for you. And Balaram says, no, you're just sweet with your words. But Krishna says, no, it is true, even demigods, they worship you. So Krishna glorifies Balaram. Sometimes Krishna serves Balaram. We saw, I think most of us were in the movie yesterday, and how Narasimha Dev says that, no, I'm not your Swami, I'm your servant. For devotees like you, I'm the servant. So, because Balaram is the epitome of servitorship, Krishna also likes to serve him sometimes. So sometimes when they are playing, Balaram gets tired, and then he just sits down. He says, I'm so tired now, I will relax. So then Krishna says that, come thou, put your feet in the lap of Subal, and I will massage them. So sometimes Krishna massages Balaram's feet, sometimes Krishna massages Balaram's head. So he says, Krishna says to him sweet words like, oh, thou, you are so much sweating, let me fan you. So Krishna also likes to serve Balaramji. And we mentioned how, what time should I finish probably? Okay. So there was one pastime where Balaram drags Hastinapur to Ganga. So what happened was, Krishna's son Samba, son of Krishna and the queen Jambavati, he once came to Hastinapur and he got attracted to Duryodhana's daughter Lakshmana, and then he kidnapped her from her Swayamvar, and the Kauravas, they found out and they challenged him. Samba loses, and then they imprison Samba as well as their own daughter Lakshmana. And in Dwarka, when all the Yadavas find out that they have kidnapped, they have imprisoned Samba, then they say that, oh, let's start preparing for the war, let's attack Hastinapur. But Balaramji says, no need, I will go myself and I will solve this peacefully. Because also Duryodhana was Balaram's student, because Balaram was the one who was teaching Duryodhana how to use the weapon, the gada, a club. So Balramji comes and then he tries to nicely explain that we are relatives, so there is nothing wrong in this marriage, but Duryodhana does not agree. So Balram gets so angry, he just uses his plow and he drags the whole Hastinapur city towards Gangaji, and he wants to drown the whole city, and the ground starts shaking and the building starts falling, and then all the Kauravas, they realize the potency of Balram, and then they apologize to Balram and they agree for the marriage, and so they nicely, Balram alone, he finishes, gets them married, and then along with Samba and Lakshmana, Balramji returns to Dwaraka. In Brahma Vimohan Leela, when Brahmaji kidnaps all these cowherd boys, cows and calves, it is only Balramji who realizes that there is some trick going on. So he asks Krishna that because as we say, they are all manifestations, expansions of him only. So later on he realizes that suddenly the affection of all the Brajvasis for their cows or their calves or their children, suddenly it has increased unlimitedly. So he realizes that this is not my expansions, this is something only Krishna can do. So then he asked Krishna, then why you had to expand yourself as all these, where are the original ones? So the thing is, Balaram is the only one does not get influenced by Krishna's Yoga Maya. Through his Yoga Maya, he makes everyone think that these are your own children or your own cows or calves. But Balaram is the only one does not get influenced by Krishna's illusory energy. So Balaram is beyond Maya. And because he is there, he can take us there. So if we take shelter of Balaramji, he can help us overcome the illusory energy of Krishna. So Balaramji serves Krishna in all five rasas. In Shantaras, he becomes all the paraphernalia of Krishna. And that's why Prabhupada says that once, I don't know if Vrindavan temple or Balaram Mayapur temple, but the devotees were finding it difficult to find the land to build the temple. And then Srila Prabhupada tells the disciples that pray to Balaramji because he is Dham himself, so he will help you find land in Dham. So then those devotees, one of the devotees, they prayed to Lord Balaram, and one of the devotees a few weeks later goes to Srila Prabhupada and says that Prabhupada, Balaramji came in my dream and instructed me to try for one land, and they end up getting that land. So that's because Balaram serves Krishna as Dham as well. So Shantaras, and that is why in Vrindavan Srila Prabhupada has installed Krishna Balaram deities. Because Prabhupada's instruction is that when we serve Krishna along with Balaram, then we develop the mood of servitorship, the Dasya Bhav, and then we can enter, even we can get access to the real mood of Vrindavan that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, the loving affection, loving exchanges of Radha and Krishna. So then only we can even go towards the worship of Radha and Krishna as a yugal, as a couple. And then Prabhupada also installed Gaur Nitai to cultivate Sankirtan in that Krishna Balaram temple in Vrindavan. He also installed Radha and Krishna, so that is the service of Radha and Krishna, that is our goal. And one unique thing Srila Prabhupada did in that temple is that he installed himself. I think Srila Prabhupada is the only personality who has installed himself as a deity. So he wanted us to develop that mood of Guru Bhakti. So Balaram also represents Adi Guru. So Prabhupada has installed himself as well. So under one roof he has put so many bhava. There is dasya bhav, there is madhurya bhav, there is shanta bhav. So there is service, there is mercy, there is love. Everything under one roof in the temple Srila Prabhupada has established. So we talked about how Balaram serves Krishna in Shanta Bhav, then Dasya Bhav, he serves Krishna, whatever he does is for service of Krishna. Sakhya Bhav, Balaram also, even though he is elder brother, he also acts as his friend. So sometimes they joke, sometimes they tease. So once Balaram teases Krishna that look at yourself, you are so black, and look at Nanda Maharaj, he is so fair. Look at Mother Yashoda, she is so fair. Look at me, I am so fair. So it doesn't look like you belong to our family. You must be, you must have been brought from somewhere else. So I think Balaram is the one who starts the bullying of younger children by the elder siblings. I remember in my family as well, my mother used to be very fair, my dad was fair, my sister was like super fair and nice features, and then so she used to tease me that you must have been adopted because look at mom, look at dad, look at our younger brother, look at me, and then look at you. So I'm the only one what we call wheatish complexion in India. So I used to start crying, and a lot of times in my teenage years I used to put so many things on my face, trying to get fair skin. Anyway, so Balaram is probably the first one who started that bullying of younger siblings. So they enjoy in that friendship, the Sakhyaras as well. And Vatsalya, he also likes to protect Krishna. As we said, he will stop everyone from taking Krishna to dangerous places, to demons, and when he does something dangerous, he will report, he will try to protect. In any incarnation, he will try to protect Krishna. And Madhurya Ras, that is something not many people know, but Balaram also expands as Ananga Manjari, who is the younger sister of Radharani. So he also facilitates the loving exchanges between Radharani and Krishna, and that way he serves Krishna in Madhurya Ras as well. So Srila Prabhupada used to say that there are unlimited pastimes of Lord Balaram as well, so we just try to cover main ones and we'll try to conclude soon. But Srila Prabhupada made this statement that these pastimes of Krishna and Balaram are not imaginary, they are not myth, they are eternal spiritual realities, full of bliss and knowledge. So why should we worship Lord Balaram? So first of all, it pleases Krishna. Krishna says in Bhāgavatam 11, 19, 21 that Madbhakta Puja Vyadika, that my dear devotees, take it for granted that if you worship my devotees, that is more than worshipping me myself. So when we worship Balaramji, it pleases Krishna. That's one reason why we should worship Balaramji. That's because Krishna recommends it. Second one, as we said, without Balaram's mercy, we cannot get Krishna's mercy. And the example is that flower garland pastimes in Ramayana. And also it is Prabhupada's mood as well. And that is why Prabhupada has installed Krishna and Balaram in Krishna Balaram temple in Vrindavan. So, in summary, why Balaram appears 7 days before Krishna? Because we cannot get to Krishna until we serve Balaram. So, service comes first and then comes Krishna. So, in conclusion, we discussed today that Balaram is the first bodily expansion of Krishna, he is second body of Krishna, he is not different from Krishna, he has the same potency but more mercy than Krishna. Worshipping him pleases Krishna, he is our Adi Guru. So without his mercy we cannot advance in Krishna consciousness. So on this appearance day of Lord Balaram, let's pray to Lord Balaram that please give me strength to chant nicely, to serve nicely, and please give me bal, the spiritual bal, strength. We need the strength to follow our vows, we need strength to do our services, we need strength to somehow fight with all the obstacles, between trying to find the balance between our material life and spiritual life. And if we pray to Lord Balaram, he will give us strength to keep going. So we are all trying to serve Krishna, and Balaram is the ability to serve Krishna. So let's pray to Lord Balaram. Let's take his shelter. Let's take inspiration from the blue garments he wears, to always be wrapped in Krishna consciousness. That is our protection, and that is, if we absorb ourselves in service like that, that is true Balaram worship. Because if we want to describe Balaram in one word, that is service. So that is true Balaram worship, service. So Shri Krishna Balaram ki Jai, and Jai Balarama Purnima Mahamostav ki Jai. Does anyone have any questions or comments?
Nice class, ma'am. Just have a question. You said that we get Krishna, we get Guru's mercy when we are free from all the six anarthas.
No. We get to Krishna when we are free from anarthas. Guru, Balaram, they help us get free from anarthas. That is my understanding.
Is there any connection between, you said that Balaram is expanding, like in the form of Brajavasis also. Is there a connection between Radharani and Balaram?
Balaram is also potency of Krishna. Radharani is the pleasure potency of Krishna. So when Krishna wants to enjoy the conjugal pastimes, he expands as Radharani. And when he wants to carry out his missions, so like, in the company, there is a CEO. The CEO, you won't see working 24/7, working hard, but he will appoint the ministers. So when Krishna wants an efficient manager to skillfully lead the departments, different departments, carry out his missions, then he expands as his Prabhav Prakash, his Vaibhav Prakash, Balaram. That's what I understand, Mataji. Alright. Granthra Srīmad Bhāgavatam Mahapuran ki jai, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. It was a very holistic class. Praise Lord Mataji ki.
All glories to assembled devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.